Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. I'm absolutely pumped to have you here today because we're going to unpack something that's, well, it's as simple as it is totally life-altering. We're constantly bombarded with this idea that to change our lives, we got to take these massive, terrifying leaps, like quit your job tomorrow, move across the world, completely reinvent yourself overnight. But today, we're tossing that idea right out the window. We're looking at the heavily researched reality that transforming your life doesn't actually take a massive leap at all. In fact, it's the exact opposite. It's about a tiny, hyper-focused shift. All right, let's just dive right in.
So why do some people transform while others just stay exactly where they are? It's a universal question, right? And you've probably wondered this looking at an old friend or some random person blowing up on the internet. We all have this deep, built-in desire to grow and change. But the stagnant reality most folks are sitting in is frankly a stark contrast to that desire. We want to be healthier, wealthier, happier. But year after year, we find ourselves stuck in the exact same routines. It literally feels like walking on a treadmill. You're sweating, you're burning all this energy, but you're not actually moving forward. So why is that gap between what we want and where we are so incredibly huge?
Well, we all tend to fall into this one specific trap. We genuinely believe success comes from that one big opportunity, a lucky break, a viral moment, or some dramatic lightning bolt event. We sit around waiting for our big moment, like success is a train and we just need a ticket. But the reality? Yeah, it's completely different. Success isn't an event, it's a process. This whole myth of the overnight success is actually holding us back because it makes us wait instead of, doing the work. The real mechanism of achievement is way smaller and a whole lot quieter. It's built through thousands, literally thousands, of unnoticed, seemingly insignificant little choices. Section 1. The story of Daniel, an ordinary life stuck on repeat. Okay, so let's look at Daniel, just an ordinary guy living an incredibly ordinary life. Picture his daily routine for a sec. Every single morning, wakes up late, rushes frantically to work, stress levels already through the roof before 9 a.m. Puts in his hours, gets home completely wiped out, and just face plants onto the couch to scroll videos for hours on end. Just numbing the brain, right? And every night when his head hits the pillow, he makes that exact same empty promise. Tomorrow's gonna be different. But tomorrow never came. Weeks blurred into months, months into years, and his dreams were just quietly fading out. He was totally stuck on a loop. But then, one rainy evening, the whole shebang shifted. Daniel's waiting for a bus, feeling that heavy, monotonous dread of the day when he spots an old man nearby reading a little book. And this guy just radiated peace. Confident, genuinely happy. Daniel was exhausted and honestly a bit curious, so he just flat out asked him, "What's your secret?" The old man smiles and says his life changed because of one small habit. Daniel actually laughed. Like, one habit? No way, that's impossible. But the old man pointed out that while everyone else waits for huge changes, successful people build small ones. And then he hit Daniel with this question. What is one thing you can do every single day that takes less than 5 minutes? Seriously, just take a second and let that hang in the air. Less than 5 minutes. Daniel was absolutely speechless. The old man didn't let the silence drag on, though. He dropped this piece of wisdom that's basically the foundation of this entire explainer today. He told Daniel, never underestimate the power of small actions. He pointed out how a tiny seed eventually turns into a massive, towering tree, or how a single drop of water can carve a rock. I mean, think about the physics there for a second. Water is soft, it yields. A rock is hard, unmoving. But with enough repetition, with enough persistent tiny drops, the water always wins. One single decision, if you make it consistently, can literally rewrite your entire future. Consistency is always going to be intensity.
Section 2, the 5-minute secret, Daniel's first step.
So those words echoed in Daniel's head all night long. He just couldn't shake them. And the very next morning, he made a choice to actually break the loop. Instead of smacking the snooze button for 30 minutes of garbage quality sleep, he woke up exactly 5 minutes earlier. Just 5 minutes. It feels totally insignificant, doesn't it? And in those 5 minutes, Daniel didn't, move mountains. He just wrote down one single goal. He read exactly one page of a book, and he spent a quick second planning his day. Now, here is the absolutely crucial point. It didn't feel important. When he walked out the door for work that day, he didn't magically feel like a new man. Actually, scratch that. Nothing changed at all. A whole week went by of waking up 5 minutes early, and his life looked exactly the same. And right here, this is where 99% of people throw in the towel. They don't get that immediate dopamine hit, so they think the action is a waste of time. But Daniel, he kept going. Fast forward a month, and Daniel actually starts noticing a shift. He's a bit more organized, wasting a little less time. He's got this weird new spark of confidence. And because those first 5 minutes had gotten so effortless, he started stacking habits. He He kept step 1, but added step 2, 10 minutes of exercise. Then came step 3, reading 5 pages instead of just 1. He even threw in a few minutes of learning a new skill. The momentum was seriously building. Little by little, the friction of just getting started vanished, and his chaotic morning scramble turned into this empowering daily ritual. Section 3, the snowball effect, from unnoticed choices to extraordinary results. What Daniel was experiencing here is basically the snowball effect, and this is where the magic really kicks in. Imagine packing a little bit of snow in your hands. It's tiny, right? But roll it down a hill, and it picks up more snow. It gets bigger, it gains speed, and suddenly it's this unstoppable force. Daniel's unnoticed daily choices were that exact snowball. They started compounding aggressively, completely flipping the trajectory of his life over the coming months. Let's actually trace this out, because the delayed gratification here is wild. 1 week in, nothing happens, super boring. 1 month in, internal shifts start happening. He's feeling more organized, more confident. But look at 6 months, boom, earns a promotion at work. The internal work finally triggered an external reward. At 1 year, he's got the discipline to launch his own online business. And then at the 2-year mark, the most ironic thing happens. The exact same people who used to write him off as average started asking, "Hey, how did you become so successful?" Daniel would just smile. He knew they all thought his life changed overnight. They were totally blinded by the shiny end result, completely missing the thousands of boring 5-minute steps that actually built it. Section 4, the 1% rule, the math behind the magic. All right, so let's shift gears from Daniel's story and look at the actual mechanics of why this framework works for literally anyone. Because this isn't just a cute story. There is hard, undeniable math here. 1%. Imagine improving yourself or your skills or your health by just 1% every single day. Just 1%. In the moment, like today, tomorrow, even next week, it feels utterly pointless. You can't even see a 1% bump with the naked eye. But mathematically, if you get 1% better each day for a year, you don't just end up 365% better. Thanks to the power of compounding, you end up almost 37 times better by the end of the year. 37 times. Those tiny micro improvements stack on top of each other, multiplying your growth into these extraordinary results over time. It's like you're earning compound interest, but on your own personal growth. Section 5, your first small step, applying the 1% rule today. Which brings us right back to you. How are we going to apply this 1% rule today? Let me assure you right now, you absolutely do not need to overhaul your entire life this afternoon to start seeing these benefits. Please don't throw out everything in your pantry, sign up for a marathon, and swear to read a book a day starting tomorrow. Remember, that's the expectation trap we talked about earlier. You just need to tweak one small thing. To show you just how easy and accessible life change actually is when you break it down, let's rapid fire some takeaways. Read 1 page, just 1. Save a single $1 today. Walk for 10 minutes. Learn 1 new idea. Or just make 1 slightly better decision at lunch. That is the whole list. These are practically foolproof. I mean, you can't fail at reading 1 single page, right? But if you repeat that every single day, that 1 page turns into a book. That $1 turns into a massive investment. That 10-minute stroll turns into a rock-solid, healthy heart. Your future doesn't kick off with some giant opportunity falling out of the sky. It kicks off with 1 ridiculously small step taken today. So, as we bring this explainer to a close, I want to leave you with this one thought. What is your 1 small step today? Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Don't let the absolute simplicity of this concept fool you into thinking it isn't profoundly powerful. It is a real game changer. So pick your 5 minutes, make that tiny choice, start carving your rock. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll catch you in the next one.